What is up, you guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix, and today we're going to talk about once again Japanese culture, but this time a little different. We're going to talk about why Japan might not open its borders for tourism until 2024 or 2025. I'm going to explain why, and a lot of people are angry. They want to go to Japan and they see a lot of countries opening. Mexico has opened its borders. I believe England has opened its borders last time I checked. Thailand has opened its borders. A lot of countries have opened their borders, but Japan remains one of the many countries who still have their borders closed, and it's actually hurting them. It's actually hurting them because there's so many things in Japan that rely on tourism. For example, Kyoto. The Fushimi Inari temple shrine in Kyoto. It relies a lot on tourism, so they're losing a lot of money. So if Japan does not open their borders soon, they could be financially ruined because so much business comes from overseas. However, there's something about Japanese people that, it seems to me as though they don't really mind if there is a travel ban. As a matter of fact, a lot of people in Japan are actually supporting it. So let's go ahead and find out why you might be waiting until 2024, 2025. By that age, by that time, you'll probably be too old, wrinkled, with white hair. I'm joking. Okay, but anyways. All right, so this is not the first time that Japan has closed itself to the rest of the world. In the Tokugawa era, Japan isolated for 200 years, okay, from the 1600s to the 1800s, before the story of Yasuke, the African samurai. Yes, literally, I'm not joking. In Japan, the elderly have the voting power because they are the majority, okay? The average age in Japan is 48 years old, and that's about 33% of the population. So yes, Japan is an aging island nation, okay? The politicians are more likely to please these people, the older people, than the younger people. Okay, so that's one point. That's one thing to keep in mind. Also, there was a poll in Japan asking people how they felt about the travel bans, and guess what? 90% of people who responded in the polls said they are for travel bans. Okay, this was found in the Japan Times, and you can see the title of the article right here. Did you know that out of all the richest countries in the world, the Japanese are the ones less likely to see the world? In The Economist, it says that only 24% of Japanese people are actually have a passport and travel to other countries. That is a small percentage for a rich country, okay? According to the pewtrust.org, 71% of Americans have traveled abroad at some time in their life, as opposed to the Japanese. So Americans, we are real nomads, okay? Because not only is America one of the richest countries in the world, but we're nomads. We like to travel. People that have money in America, they go everywhere, to the Caribbean, to South America, to Asia. If you are in otaku or weeb, to Japan. And if you are into manhwa, maybe Korean. I mean, I don't know how the geek culture scene is in Korea. Not sure, right? So as you can see, the Japanese happily close their countries. I think it is in their DNA to do something like that. I'm not saying that to be racist, okay? I went to Japan in May 2019, right before the pandemic attacked the world. Lucky me, I knew it was going to happen. I have psychic powers. Bet you didn't know. I took a Japanese language class in high school. Yes, back in the early 2000s, high schools had a lot of language classes. Unlike now, which they're actually cutting off a whole bunch of school programs. We're not going to get into that. I have made Japanese friends. When I went to community college, I actually dated a Japanese girl and actually met some Japanese people. I got to know them, right? I have even dated Japanese girls. Yes, when I went to Japan, I've actually, let's just say, had a little fun with Japanese girls, okay? If anyone is a weeb, it is your boy, Andy Matrix, a Latino that loves Japanese culture, baby. It could be a long time before you get to go back to Japan and travel over there. It's gonna be some time. I know it sucks, but I believe eventually the rest of the world, the rest of the world will open up. And also keep in mind that Japan has, like, I think more than 75% of their population vaccinated. I believe the young people don't get vaccinated very much, but most adults are. And that's one of the reasons why Japan opened its borders to students and business people. Business people, because they need that money, bro. But as far as tourism, the Japanese are like, nah, forget that. Let's go back to the Tokugawa era for a little bit and isolate ourselves. And yeah, man. And I mean, I've been dying to go back again ever since 2019, but it's already been, holy shit. It's going to be 3 years now. I mean, that's crazy to think about. And man, that's pretty much all I have to say, guys. But look, do not worry, because if you cannot go to Japan, you can always bring Japan to your place, right? To your house here in America. You can bring Japan to yourself, okay? There's Japanese restaurants all over the place. There's ramen shops all over the place. Anime and manga is easier to access now more than ever. Okay, there's a lot of manga shops. Go to Barnes and Nobles, okay, to the manga section. You're right there in heaven, okay? You want Japanese food? Check out Boxu. I don't have any sponsors, and I'm not being sponsored by Boxu, but it is an option. And yeah, man. And hey, in the meantime, why don't you catch up on your Japanese, Learn some Japanese before Japan decides to open up. It could be 10, 20, 30 years from now. Or if they're thinking about the Tokugawa era, it could be 200 years. Hey, I don't know. Or, if you're an elf, you probably lived that long. Maybe. I don't know. But that is it for this video, guys. This is your boy, Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching. Hope this video was helpful somewhat, or gave you some insights on how Japanese people think about the pandemic, the travel bans. So, yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Like the video. Comment below. Tell me what you think. And I'll see you sexy people on the next video. Godspeed.